Mr. Richards. I'm the director of the Tech Center here in the Cassia School District.
Okay, can you tell us a little bit about it?
I would love to tell you a little bit about it. The Tech Center is a place where you can come and discover what you want to be when you grow up. Meaning, if you are interested in construction, or you're interested in electronics, or you're interested in computer programming, or interested in diesel mechanics, or automotive mechanics, or be an EMT or a CNA, or to do some really cool digital media stuff or architecture, that type of thing, we are here for you. These are the classes you want to take. I will guarantee you that they will be your funnest classes that you've ever had. A lot of work. You're going to do a lot of work in them. You'll learn a lot of good stuff, but if you apply yourself for the full 2 years, then you can leave here, you can graduate from the Tech Center with industry certifications, which means companies that are going to hire you what they're looking for. And it's some really cool stuff that we're doing here, really cool projects.
I'm Mrs. Harper and I'm the Tech Center CAD instructor.
Awesome. And do you want to talk a little bit about what it is your course teaches?
Yes, so CAD stands for Computer Aided Drafting and Design. So if you have any interest in architecture, engineering, interior design, product design, construction even, this could be the class for you.
What is your favorite part about taking CAD?
Just the class is super fun. And last year when we were first starting, we all compared it to Minecraft.
What are some cool features that your classroom has, or some things that students really enjoy?
So I teach 3 different softwares. The first one's SketchUp, AutoCAD, and Revit. So they're all 2D and 3D. We also have access to the 3D printers. A lot of it is virtual reality. So we can design houses and do actual walkthrough tours, and they can put on the headsets and tour their houses, or their clients could. We have the big plotters, so we can print blueprints, all sorts of cool things, and it changes every year just with the grants that we get.
Cool. So what's your favorite project that you guys have done?
This one right now, actually. It's just basically making sort of like a dream house with some restrictions, but being able to put everything that you would want and then making it better with time.
Why do you recommend starting now in high school rather than waiting till college?
So my program's actually articulated with CSI. So if my students take my class the junior and senior year and they pass my class, they graduate with 21 college credits. Ends up being half of an associate's degree.
Thank you.
Yes.
Perfect. What's your favorite part being in this class?
I like how we're able to pick what we want to do. So if you don't want to necessarily work in Photoshop, you can work in Illustrator, or you can work on videos like she does, or you can learn how to animate things.
We have the wide format printer, so they can do their static clean, their t-shirts, posters, their photography pictures, we'll print them on that. We have a 3D printer.
And would you recommend to other students taking this class in high school?
Yes, it's really helpful. Do it. So, yeah, and you get college credit, which is nice.
Want to tell us a little bit about what you are working on?
So right now I'm working on photo restoration. So this is the beginning of the photo, and right now we're working on making the photo complete again.
So what are you working on right now personally?
I'm working on Adobe After Effects, so it's video, but you're animating text and pictures. So I think it'll go back to the beginning.
That's really cool.
So yeah, that's what we get to learn. You get to go through all of these different courses on Brain Buffet, and you get to get certified professionally in things like this. So it's pretty cool.
What are some of the things that you've learned?
We learned a lot of different coding languages, how to do it, and then we dabble in other areas of technology.
How long is this course?
So this course, Burley High students can come in here as sophomores. We do have a few freshmen, but then you can actually take it your junior year and senior year. So,
is this class something you'd want to do after high school for your career?
Actually, yeah. Cybersecurity is very good.
And why do you recommend starting now?
Because everything is technology. Your phone to your car, everything has to be programmed. So that's why we decided to do even more programming than hardware in here, because everything is programmed and everybody's using it.
Yeah, perfect. Thank you.
Sure.
class all about?
This is heavy duty diesel. Here at the Tech Center, it's big stuff. It's semis and tractors and construction equipment, but the gist of the class is the big stuff, big heavy duty.
Perfect, thank you.
Thank you.
Favorite part about this class?
Just like getting my hands dirty and playing with big boy toys and hanging around with my friends.
And why do you recommend taking this class?
Learn a skill no one really knows and make some good money in the future.
So what do you exactly do in this class?
We teach kids how to work on cars and make money in the automotive industry.
What have you learned taking this class?
How to rebuild motors, how to take apart motors, brakes, suspension, just a little bit of everything.
Do you plan on using this class in your future as like a career or anything?
I've been thinking about doing it as a career, but mostly it was just for fun, and so then when my cars break down, I can be able to fix them on my own instead of paying someone else.
And when do you recommend starting this class?
The younger the better. A lot of times they're sophomore level class, for some junior and senior, but the younger the better, more knowledge, more time.
Perfect, thank you. And would you recommend to anybody taking this class?
Yeah, I would. It's a fun class.
All right, so we're here with Mr. Jackson, and he's in charge of residential construction. So what do you do in this class?
Well, it's a pretty fun class. It's a 2-year program. First semester and second semester of your first year, we go through the fundamentals, we talk about the basics. Second year, that's where we take all those fundamentals and then we build bigger projects. So like for first years, this year, we decided to do dog houses.
Oh, nice.
So we built a bunch of 4-foot by 4-foot dog houses, fully insulated. They have real truss systems, floor systems, wall systems, fully insulated. So when students get done with this class, it's very broad, so we have a lot of different things we do.
Oh,
so it's not just framing, but I also cover some fundamentals in electrical, plumbing, a little bit of HVAC. So I got students that will go into the plumbing trades, go into electrical. I mean, last year I had 2 students that went to become an electrician.
Oh, okay.
Last time I talked to them a few months ago, they said they were making $30, $35 an hour. Our area is blowing up, so the jobs are everywhere.
And then what do you think is your favorite part about this class to teach?
Honestly, it's all hands-on. So if you like hands-on stuff, this would be where we do it all. Like this year's students, they finished up doing a larger shed, and then we're actually going to start building we're going to start talking about concrete.
Nice.
So we'll be going into that. So very diverse. This class is very diverse. But I build my class upon what students need. Okay. So, like I said, I had 2 students last year that wanted to become electricians, so we did a lot more electrical. I have my basics that I cover, but then really I dive into what they want.
Gotcha. That's awesome. Thank you so much, Mr. Jackson.
So, Mr. Lloyd, what do you do? What is like the class? What's this class all about?
This class is all about arc welding, and arc welding is the joining of metals with the heat of an electric arc.
What should they look forward to doing if they like in this class?
This class is centered around kind of industry standard welding. It's geared toward students that might be considering welding as a career. What students should expect to get out of this class is first year, it's a 2-year class. So first year, juniors learn, general shop safety, and then thermal cutting processes, whether that be a oxy-fuel torch or a plasma cutter. And then we do some basic fabrication techniques, and then we start into the welding. And there are 3 types of arc welding that we cover. There is stick welding, or SMAW. There is wire feed welding, or GMAW. And then we do TIG welding, also referred to as GTAW.
Okay, so is there anything else that students should know about the class, about learning process?
Yeah, the class deals a lot with industry standard welding certifications. So we practice weld tests that a potential employer would require of a new hire. the knowledge of how to do those tests and pass them and, you know, be the person that gets that job. The class is not geared so much toward projects as those industry certifications, but as you can see here, we obviously do a fair amount of projects too.
Okay, thank you.
My name is Mr. Brown, and this is electronics. A question for you. Why do you go to school? What's the purpose of all these years of school? It's to get a job, become a productive citizen. In electronics, there's lots of available jobs, but you, as a student, you're asking, well, what do I do in Mr. Brown's class for the next couple of years? So, Chris, what do I do? How do I teach you? How do I, as a professional, how do I torture you?
One way that before I begin, safety first, because safety is our first priority in this class. So we're tortured because we have to learn all of these components, such as inductors, resistors, capacitors, and of course, all of this math behind the components.
Once you get done learning about all the math and all the different components, you can put them on what is called a breadboard. This we use to make different projects and different kind of machines. You put on components, sometimes they may blow up. That's easy, just take it off, put a new one in. So once you build a contraption, you can put all these wires together and build a cool circuit. I've been working on this one for about a year, just for you guys. I hope it works. Did it work?
Yes.
Yes.
Once you've perfected your circuits on a breadboard, you can solder them on a PCB with a soldering iron like this. Our first project with PCBs are screamers. You can put them in a room. When they turn the lights off, it'll scream.
Here at the Tech Center, as seniors, we've decided on which project we can do out of the multiple that we're given for options. We have this arcade that the last senior class did. We have the escape room that we've done. And for everything else, let's take a look at the back.
Here we have our puzzle box. We have photo resistors, distance finders, gyroscopes, and they're all controlled by this Raspberry Pi. So this is the second game of our puzzle box. You use a slider when it pops up on screen to move these cowboys inside the box, and you use the red button to fire when you're leveled. We gave 2 lives to the player so that they can win, and 4 lives to the opponent so they actually have a chance at not dying. Once they win, it opens up our third game, and you can continue from there.
All right, so do you want to introduce yourself?
Sure. My name is Miss Pincock. I'm the CNA instructor here at the Tech Center. I teach medical terminology and then an intro to allied health classes that you would take as a junior.
I'm Mrs. Bingham and I teach the EMT, allied health, and medical terminology at the Tech Center.
My name is Ms. Rowley and I teach the health occupations class.
So in the health occupations class, what are some of the things that the students would be doing?
Okay, the first semester you're going to learn about all of the different health occupations that are available. So not just doctors, nurses, things that you normally think about. So just even people that test your water, the lab technicians, there's biotechnologists, there's all kinds of things that actually have to do with the health occupations.
So this class leads into the other class?
Yes, this class you have to take before you take the CNA or the EMT class, and you can take it as a sophomore or a junior.
Why would you recommend to students starting now and taking the EMT course in high school rather than waiting till college?
A lot of programs that you want to go into, nursing, doctors, physical therapy, any of those types of healthcare programs, want you to have some sort of certification while you're, or before you even enter into their programs. So it gives you the opportunity while you're in high school to first experience it, make sure that's what you want to do. But the other side of that, it gives you kind of a jump start into those programs so that you're ahead of the game.
Why would you recommend to students starting now and taking the CNA courses in the EMT?
It just is such an advantage. First off, it gives you those skills already. You get it paid for by the state, and CNA, especially since COVID, the demand is huge in healthcare. Like, they need healthcare workers. And so my students that are in the class that you guys will see, they can get a job right out of high school. In fact, they can go get a job. We had Parkview here this morning, like, recruiting us. They want them now. So they can get a job in college making $13, $15 or higher dollars an hour, and work part-time because there's such a demand.
And what are some cool like features or things that your classroom provides and that you're able to provide through your course?
We work with the hospitals, so once you kind of get exposed to our programs, then we send you out to the hospitals where you work with EMTs and the ER nurses and you get actual patient exposures.
What's your favorite thing that you've learned or done?
Going to clinicals.
Oh yeah, that too, yeah.
Going to clinicals.
Clinicals?
Going to clinicals and being able to see like the things we're learning in real life and how it applies.
So do you want to explain to me like what clinicals are?
Yeah, so in class we learn the skills and learn all the information we need, and then we go to either a long-term care like Parkview or to the hospital, and we will follow another CNA that works there and help with the stuff that she gets to do.